So I am being divinely guided to help support not only myself, but a lot of others right now who are open to receive this. But Great Spirit just woke me up, and I've been up since about 4:23 a.m. and it's now 5:29 a.m. as I record this. And I'm doing my best to not focus on all the logistics and everything, because this is my first time ever even doing something like this. But I do this mostly in secret on behalf of those who don't have that awareness in their consciousness just yet. With all the things that's going on in the cosmos right now and in the world as well, there's a great karmic clearing going on right now. And I know some of you may know of karma being bad. Karma is also good and different. But Divine Creator, Great Spirit, has woken me up and given me a deep, deep message. And I just cried, I wept, and I'm going to pray right now before I deliver this message, as well as this invocation to those who are open to receive it. Divine Creator, thank you for the gift of this new day. Thank you for the breath of this new day. I bless my body, my mind, and spirit with light, health, and high vibrations. As I send out this invocation that you have spoken through me, may this lead to greater peace of the mind, heart, and spirit for those who are experiencing things that they cannot fully understand or comprehend. With everything that is going on right now, so many of us are stepping into a greater alignment of peace, karmic releasing. And some of us are still going to continue to learn lessons. A lot of us are, even as this great world is changing. But I thank you, and I ask that you continue to speak through me. I call upon those that unconditionally love me to support me and guide me and lead me as I speak this great message of karmic clearing to the mass, letting them know that they are not alone and that they have the greater support of the universe with them, honoring them and speaking on their behalf to just release and let go and have faith and trust through my own free will. So be it. Ashe. Now this may be, I'm not even going to claim that. It was just challenging for me to get up and receive these messages because it hit me on a personal level, but it also turned into a collective message as well. So you guys should know by now, I only speak when I need to speak. And when I'm speaking on something, it's with great purpose and intention to raise the collective's vibrations and energy from fear to unconditional love. So the messages that I was receiving, and it's talking about karmic clearing. And none of us are perfect out here. We're pure souls, most of us. Even angelic beings being guided by higher forces. But there's also other forces out there, and they are also fighting right now to continue to trample over our minds and our spirits from the generational curses and generational cycles and things that they have planted within some of us, if not all of us. And that karmic cycles and patterns and curses are being cleared right now. And I just need y'all to stand in agreement with me. It doesn't matter which race or ethnicity you are. There's only one race, right? The human race. But it doesn't matter which religion you are. Just stand and agree with me. Comment, share. Because this is vital. Not only for your higher self, but those who you do love. Those who you are having a hard time forgiving. Those who you don't understand. Even this world that we're living in. Let's stand in agreement and clear out these karmic cycles together. Now, I'm not going to go too deep in depth, but this was regarding the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus. Heck, even all the chakras, but we're going to focus on those lower 3 chakras because we need those to be raised in order for us to continue to raise our vibration and our consciousness and awareness for karmic clearing. I'm just going to share a little bit. Right now, I am now fastly outgrowing a level of consciousness myself that was attached to particular wounds, issues, and struggles. And I received a divine notice of karmic clearing is taking place, not just for me, but for you all too. And this is a place through a combination of my own efforts and your own efforts too. I imagine and I can know that and sense that a lot of you are doing the same thing as well. But we also have the support of spiritual grace from the heart of the divine. And the old wounds are being released once and for all. Oh, that is so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So before I share the invocation on behalf of the collective, I just want y'all to know that, and please go, feel free to look up things for yourself, research things for yourself, but most importantly, just take time for yourself so you can feel and know why certain things are coming up right now for you to release them. And I mentioned the chakra. I mentioned the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus, right? As we are now into this year of the fire horse, it's a lot of igniting, within. And fire is normally seen as something that can be destructive, but it's also constructive. It's the ride, the fall, and the rise. So allow that fire energy igniting within you to be used for something that is going to be built and constructive to last. Yes, there is destruction with this because that's how the order works. But please use it to the best and the highest of your conscious advantage, because you do have the support of the divine and your angels and your ancestors and the purest light source if you call upon them and ask for support. So just to share, karma isn't punishment. Karma is essentially our soul's lessons planned for this lifetime, carried over foreign paths of lifetimes. It is the way we outgrow and develop as a soul, sometimes even through challenges, and sometimes even through blessings. Our positive karma is seen in the skills and the talents we have mastered over many lifetimes. Also, when opportunities flow easily and healing happens swiftly, there is a sense of positive karma and an ease and grace that effortlessly takes place in our life. This is what happens when we are clear enough, This is what happens when we are clear enough to pass our own pain that we have resisted between us and all of the natural flow of life. More challenging karma is revealed in lessons we are still learning, and these usually appear in the skies of painful circumstances or reactions that repeat themselves in our lives. And the stronger the soul, the more challenging the lesson it is willing to master in this lifetime. So, just like education, the higher level of training, the more demanding the work. When you are working through these challenges, it is often a sign that you are on an advanced and spiritual path. Must you always have struggles? I'm sorry. Let me slow down. Must you always have struggles? Of course not. But as you master your lessons, you will find you develop an ability to live your life more peacefully. However, it would be incorrect for you to interpret these struggles as a sign that you are not progressing spiritually. Sometimes, the more painful a struggle has been, the more difficult it can be to release. And that pain and that associated memories and scars. The spiritual worlds know why you are in need of divine intervention to help clear a pattern or patterns that was once painfully lodged in your body, your mind, and soul. And Great Spirit is saying, enough of that struggle. Divine love now offers you healing and freedom. They're saying we clear karmic by learning to trust and relax, by choosing not to punish ourselves with shame, guilt, fear, or unworthiness. but by continuing to balance our efforts with the surrender into divine grace. We take great responsibility for our own healing, doing it all that we can, and trusting that the universe will lovingly and effortlessly handle everything else so that we can progress and succeed. If you have been struggling with a long-term issue, I'm sorry, y'all. Spirit is speaking right now. This message is for you. And it comes as a particular sign that the universe wants to step in and assist you. So allow it and be open to receive their assistance now. The divine creator was also letting me know, the reason why I've mentioned the lower 3 chakras, because throughout this year, it's very vital that we start to implement the changes that we have learned over the past few years. Even if you're new on the journey, I welcome you. But if you've watched any of my other videos, I've mentioned before, it's hard to heal what you aren't aware of. And this is for those who are more super conscious and aware of certain things and are the ones that are being led to support their families, their karmic families, this universe, with doing something different otherwise than what we've been taught and told. All the unlearning and relearning that we have done, it is not in vain. We are about to really see the fruits of those labors. So I encourage you to keep going. Keep doing whatever it is that you've been doing for yourself. Being that example, being that vessel, so that those that you do love can unconditionally receive this as well. But focusing on that root chakra, and this is about to get sensitive. There has been a lot of incest and just, things that have happened to a lot of us. And that's where a lot of shame, guilt, fear, and unworthiness has kind of come from, because we've experienced things that, of course, no one has experienced, but unfortunately these things have happened. But don't just sit up there and be a victim of it. Call your power back. Get deeply rooted and understand and know you're not alone in this, but you have the authority to be able to do something about it. See, that is what these so-called powers that were want us to continue to marinate and saturate in, like a lot of our loved ones who we just don't fully resonate with anymore. I spoke some truths to my grandmother, and it definitely broke my heart. I'm not gonna lie and say it kind of broke my heart. It definitely broke my heart. But I had to understand from a higher level of consciousness that she lives in a different time from me. And in this different time from me that when she lived in, these things were allowed to be okay. But due to the times that I live in and who the divine creator created me to be, it is not okay. So I had to look at her inner child, and I had to see her innocence, and I had to see her brokenness just as well as I saw my own. And I'm getting emotional right now And thank you, Great Spirit, for continuing to just hold me in the collective as we let these things go, not only for us, but for our loved ones who are still lost in this abyss of destruction. But this is calling forgiveness, not only for ourselves, but for those too, through our higher selves. You know, I woke up and I was thinking about my brothers, my stepbrothers, my cousins, you know, and just all the things that just let me know, like, these things may have possibly happened to them as well. So you gotta think about that. When the pain rises and you want to get upset and you want to be angry and you want to point the fingers, yes, you can. You have the right to be righteously angry. But you also have the right to make those righteous transformations. And this is why we need to stand in agreement together to forgive ourselves for not knowing better until we knew better. For these generational cycles that kept continuing to go from lineage to lineage to try to destroy us through destruction, shame, guilt, and fear. Taking over our root chakra, now allowing us to feel stability and structure in our lives when that's what some of us fight for daily. Our confidence, our creative energy, our life force. We call it back. Spirit is only allowing me to go this deep, y'all. But if you resonate with this, then please let it go as deeply as you can. Revisit this invocation as much as you can. Each and every time that you remember, you forgive and you forgive and you forgive. But that also comes with different actions. And just because we forgive those who have hurt us, whether consciously or subconsciously, that doesn't mean we have to fully reconnect. Y'all know and y'all hear the forgiveness is for us. This is a great time to release. But I'm only going to go right there. And thank you, Great Spirit, for speaking through me and sharing this with me and teaching me and allowing me to be able to be this vessel, because you let me know that I'm not alone, and you let me know that I have the power and the authority to do so, to speak on others' behalves. So I'm going to share this invocation with y'all right now for karmic clearing, and just receive it. I invite this healing, blessings of karmic clearing through love into not only my life, but the life of the collective now. I call upon the karmic board of ascended beings, angels, guides, and holy ones who love us unconditionally. And I ask for your divine blessing, healing, and assistance now. I open myself up to divine grace, divine love, and karmic absolution. I choose to surrender my attachment to the suffering I have experienced, and yet I am now willing to learn through a higher vibrational experience of love. And I decree and I declare this as well over the collective through divine authority and my own free will. This karmic clearing manifests now according to the highest law of love. May this blessing reach into the hearts of all beings according to divine compassion, mercy, and grace. So be it, y'all. Peace. Ashe.